somebody acted like super impulsively. I feel like they let their temper or whatever get the best of them. Oh, it's 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Okay. Um, you could be dealing with a fire sign. You could be a fire sign. I'm not. I'll get into signs again in a second. Okay, but this person could drink a lot. I will be honest. Um, but they let their anger, their temper, their rebellious. Like I feel like this could even be somebody who was in a situation with like a relationship or something. I don't know. Like, but you like would try to give them some advice to try to help them. Like, hey, I wouldn't do this because, you might, that's like against the law. You might go to jail. Or like, if you do this, like, this person's gonna take it like this, right? Like, you try to give this person real sound advice, but they're so stuck up in their ego and in this like weird ass competition with you that you're not even invested in, right? So then they like aggressively just like, well, since you told me to do that, I'm gonna do the opposite, right? Like I feel like it's that type of vibes. Okay, so this person is like somebody that you can't really help because their ego won't allow them, a position to take guidance right now. Now this doesn't have to be who they are forever. I see 1, 2, 3 there too. Like that's not who they have to be forever, but this is who they're choosing to be right now. They're choosing to be somebody's whose ego is not allowing them to take constructive criticism, right? Or anything. Even if you're like, they take everything as a criticism as well. Like they're like, this is a hostile individual. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, they're about to, I think they already are kind of in a position to where they're stuck, not stuck, but like they're having to take an evaluation of themselves, right? This is very, very uncomfortable for this individual. I will be real, right? It's very uncomfortable. I feel like that might have been why they maybe are drinking a little bit. I see that wine glass right there. So I feel like somebody could be drinking just a little bit here or there, right? But this person feels like they are so trapped and restricted. Like they feel like they're stuck due to their choices. Like I feel like maybe they think that they said, like, they will really have to go back on what they said. They will really have to overcome themselves and eat crow, I feel like, to get back in your energy, right? Like, and I don't even feel like you will make I don't think you will make them feel bad. I'll be real. Like, I think that you're the type of person that you've been through some things yourself, and you're not going to try to shame an individual, but they don't get that because that's not the type of energy either they're used to it in their childhood or that they would give themselves, right? They would probably shame somebody maybe, or they just assume that's how everybody's going to act. They really do have two paths to take, right? But they're not seeing that. They're seeing only, like, they are only seeing themselves stuck because of their ego. They don't understand that it's really not that big of a deal to just, like, apologize. But it's more than an apology, right? Because, like, well, the first they'd have to acknowledge it, right? And, like, not continue the same behavior. I feel like this person could have it in them, but I don't know. I think right now that they definitely need more self-reflection. Um I mean, if this is somebody, I mean, this could be you. I mean, maybe you feel stuck right now. I do feel like, that is the way out. It is hard to like sometimes it's hard to acknowledge things about self, right? But like it's so freeing once you do that. Maybe you need to understand that. Like if this is like when you or they, really take some accountability in the situation, like I feel like everything is gonna open up for them. I do see the Empress over here, so maybe somebody could have been pregnant or their pregnancy might have something to do with this. I feel like this person is making themselves like they feel like they don't have a voice, but they do. That's the thing. Like they're choosing to not have like, because I feel like this is just a converse. Like this is just acknowledgement conversation. 420 was right there. You know what I mean? Like they just had to be real, and it's like their ego right now, man. They ain't seen it that way. This could be somebody narcissistic as well, but I feel like hopefully we wouldn't be reading on that. Look, practical, reliable. No, I feel like this person is going to come into it. Right now there is some page energy, but I feel like they will grow. It just might take a while with the Knight of Pentacles. Like, I feel like this person is real slow on the get up. So maybe if you're waiting on this individual, it might be a while. I'll be real. If you are waiting on this person and you know this is how they are, like, I feel like it may be a while. I don't I don't feel like this person is like completely like a bad individual though. Like I feel like they have to have an ego death still. This is somebody who still needs to go through that ego death. And maybe they're in the midst of this as well. You know what I said? Like that they're being forced into this period of self-reflection. And maybe you're picking up energetically on what is going on with them. That could very well be. Look, the Empress came out again. Okay, so somebody definitely, maybe that's why. Maybe somebody's pregnant and that's what you're waiting for. I feel like this person, they need a change of perspective. I feel like they're not going to have a lot of movement in their life until they do. They're going to continuously fight the same battles. No, like it's just going to cycle in a different way until they overcome this ego. I think that God is sitting them down and forcing it at this point. Look, take at 5 of loss, grief, disappointment, blinded to love. For 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, hardships, loss, isolation, abandonment, unemployment, struggle. Like if this person, like I feel like, I mean, we have free will, but it's like they're going to continue because there is a point for them this lifetime that they have not gotten yet. Okay. Just because some people, by the way, guys, just because people be in toxic energy doesn't mean that God's not going to use them. God doesn't mean that their life isn't going to bring glory to God later on. I promise you, because there was a time where I probably looked like all of this and nobody would have thought that I would be able to be used by God, right? So you don't know what this person has going on, first of all. I feel like, unfortunately, until they're willing to overcome their ego, they're going to continuously face hardships, like I was saying. But I do feel like they're in a period of isolation right now. Maybe this is you. Maybe you're in this period of isolation and self-reflection. And maybe it's heavy. And I just want to say you're not as bad as you think you are. Like, it's not as bad as you think it's going to be to acknowledge, where you need to work on things. Okay? I feel like you're dealing with so much more pain right now than you will when you release these emotions, because a lot of this is pent up emotions that you haven't been willing to face or work through. If I'm talking to you, they are definitely spying out. So I have 55. They're definitely watching what you have going on. Like if you're online or whatever. I see 747. They wish they could come travel towards you, but they're being blocked, right? They are being blocked and life is lifing them. Then I feel like that's going to continue to happen because they have a mission and a path here. If this is you, you have a mission and a path here, and it's way bigger than a relationship, okay? I promise you that. I see an 808. It is way bigger than any relationship. You're here to help the collective, right? In order to get to that, you got to overcome self first. I feel like you're irritated. That's okay. If I'm talking to you, I mean, it's okay, but I promise you this is going to play out for the better. This is going to play out for the better for you. Let's see what signs we're talking about. Scorpio. Libra. Cancer. Pisces. Capricorn. Anyone else? Oh, that was like 4 of them. We're just going to stop with that. If this is resonating and I didn't call your sign, like, it's your message, right? Especially if you're the one that's struggling right now. I want this to be a message of hope for you. Okay, if it is you. If this is, somebody you're attached to, like, at least maybe it will bring you some hope as well to know that God's still working on this individual, right? They're not a lost cause. Like, they're not. But it's just not time for them to be in your energy, okay? So, have a great day.